Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome to another one of our Ramadan series. In this short discussion, we will be talking about the changes that we should be aiming for to improve ourselves during this holy month. The first thing to recognize is that this month is about improvement and getting closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So no matter how good we think we are, we should be aspiring to improve ourselves further. Just as when spring comes, we see a change in the whole landscape. If the leaves had fallen in autumn and winter, when the spring season comes, you see the flowers start to blossom. You see new flowers and vegetations come. And this is what Ramadan should do to us. It should cause blossomings in our character. Now, sometimes when we see changes in others, we can inadvertently criticize them. So, for example, we might see somebody who does not pray all year round and suddenly they've started to pray. We may see somebody who usually dresses in a certain way, and when Ramadan comes they may start wearing the hijab, for example, or they may change and dress in a much more modest way, for example. And we can start to point fingers. Oh, look, all year round, this person dresses like this, and now all of a sudden for Ramadan, they're putting a show on. We have to be very careful about what we say, because that might be a beginning of a change for them. But if you or somebody starts calling them a hypocrite or starts criticizing them, they may even become even further from the religion. But what I would say is, for somebody who is, if I could use a phrase, not practicing, and they come to the masalla, somebody who is not praying and they come to the prayer mat, that's a huge change in them that has come as a result of this season, and that should be encouraged. And if you're already doing those things, then you should think, what can I do? Because if that person's managed to go from A to Z, how do I get myself from this stage to a better stage? The Holy Quran talks about the heart a lot, and in it there are various states. So you have a sound heart, which is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says will benefit you on the Yawm al-Qiyamah, and you have a diseased heart that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about in Surah Al-Baqarah. A diseased heart is a heart which is polluted by corruption, by jealousy, by hatred, by the tendency to lie, by the tendency to not able to see others do well. And so these diseases require rectification. And this occurs through a process. How do we do this? Well, first of all, we try to control our tongue. And the way that we control our tongue is by changing our thought process. So if we're constantly thinking negatively, or we're constantly thinking, oh, I don't have anything and everybody else has got a great life and I'm just stuck here, this is a negative attitude. The first thing is to think about all of the blessings that God has bestowed on you. You may have the blessing of sight, hearing, the ability to taste food. There are people in this world who, due to medical conditions, cannot eat food, cannot drink water. They have to be fed through tubes or nasogastric tubes or through drips in their hands. So there are countless benefits and bounties that we have been blessed with, and so we must be grateful for them. The second thing is to recognize that our state, our condition, has been ordained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself with his wisdom, and so we should gladly accept whatever Allah has given us, and we should be grateful for what he's given us, and we should aim to, within those circumstances, achieve his nearness. We should control the things that we say. One of the important attitudes of a good person is good language. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ, that we created you as a great creation. So if you swear, if you use bad language, in this month, control yourself. Try to take that completely out of your personality and see what difference it makes. Because what it will mean is, rather than just speaking, it means you are weighing every single thing that comes out of your mouth and that will change the way that you interact with others. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.